Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Slow Customs. And today's episode will be on City of Truro and Victoria. I'll start with City of Truro first. Now, I came up with the idea to make City of Truro a while back. I originally wanted to use a off-brand engine to make it, like another YouTuber had. But I decided just to scratch build mine in my own way, because I wanted a City of Truro, and he's kind of an odd engine. Anyway, so like I said, my version of City of Truro is completely scratch built, especially, well, the main engine part. The tender is just a simple repaint. But yeah, anyway. Let's get on to the first part, which is the big scratch build engine thing. Anyway, so the base for City of Truro is actually a Sodor line caboose. I just chopped off the top part, like the housing part for all the workmen and stuff. And anyway, I just cut off the top and I sanded down the baseboard or the footplate or whatever to get it the right height. This is actually where the chassis comes from too, so that's fun. I also, with the paint scheme, based it off of another person's City of Truro. They made a really nice version, and I just kind of wanted that for myself. So credit goes to them for the inspiration for it, but the rest of it is pretty much scratch made. Anyway, the boiler for City of Truro is actually the same boiler that I used for Trojan. Yes, I had another boiler. I actually found a few, like, after that video was made, so, yeah, that was fun. I debated whether switching it back to the original wood boiler, but I just kind of left it, because I didn't want to redo K1, so, yeah, he's just going to have a Lego boiler. Oh well. I have him for future customs. Anyway, the boiler was just a dowel, which was the boiler is, and it's just cut down, sanded to allow space for the smoke box door, which is just a Lego round tile thing. I use those a lot for smoke box doors just because I actually got a nice bit of hot glue in the whole part of the Lego, so it covers that really nicely, which I thought was cool. Anyway, moving back, the back part is actually a off-brand engine cab. It was originally this long, which you could probably see, but all I had to do to get the firebox is cut a piece off of the boiler and just cut it, sand it, and round it. I think I did a pretty good job with rounding it off, especially on this side. Might be a little uneven, but you won't notice that. Anyway. The safety valve for City of Truro is just a Lego rounded piece. Pretty simple. It's also painted, obviously. The funnel for City of Truro is the 2019 Thomas Wood Emily funnel. I had that Emily laying around, and since I wasn't going to use it anymore because I took the wheels for the flying buffer beam, I decided just to use the funnel, and here we go. I think it looks quite nice. Sure, it's not that tall like Turo's is, but oh well, I don't really mind. The wheel arches are just simple pieces of cardboard cut out. It's really nice, actually. I was going to add nameplates and a number to it, but my printer is on, like, the fritz or whatever, and it's not really working, so once that gets fixed, I should be able to add a nameplate and a number to Truro, but for now, I'm just going to keep it like this, because I actually kind of like it how it is. It's really nice. Anyway, buffer beam is also obviously painted red. Same with the chassis body. That's also painted red. A lot of other people do it just because it makes it look a lot better, and I agree, so yeah. Anyway, I think that's going to be enough on the Truro body. Now I get onto the tender. Oh, the wheels are also painted red with a silver lining. That was direct inspiration from the other person's version of Truro, so credit goes to you for that. Anyway, the the tender for Truro is just a James tender that's been repainted. The green I used is actually a lighter shade of green, so it's not my BR green. It's just a little bit lighter, which is nice. Anyway, I painted that in that green and did the lining with a somewhat bright red paint. I think it's the same red as the running board, actually. Anyway, same thing with the wheels at the bottom with the painted chassis base. I do have to paint all over the bottom. I didn't get a chance to do that yet, so I'll do that later. Speaking of which, I also wrote City of Truro on the bottom of him, so that's fun. Also, I debated whether giving him a face, but I really didn't want to because I didn't have any on me, and I thought it'd look a bit better without a face. So yeah, anyway. Back to the tender. The tender is really simple. Just lining, also with backline in there, you can see. I added a buffer beam, so that's fun. Otherwise, yeah. His fancy crest on his tender, I decided just to use a bit of yellow marker, or not marker, yellow paint to represent that because I don't want to paint his crest because it's so complicated. I'd need a printer for that, so yeah, anyway, really simple, but yeah, that will be my Truro. Gonna definitely see it in an A episode. Who knows, I might do a remake of that one episode with Gordon. Who knows? Anyway, enough about Truro. Let's talk about Victoria. Now, Victoria is pretty simple. And if you don't know who Victoria is, I don't really blame you that much. She's a Railway Series character from the book Thomas and Victoria. Basically an old coach that was rescued from behind the shed, fixed, and run again with Toby and Henrietta and whatnot. Anyway, really simple. Anyway, I painted Victoria in a lighter blue than my BR blue. Now, I have a few shades of my BR blue just because I thought they were the same, so when I picked them up, I just kind of grabbed, but they weren't, so whoops. Anyway, if you put it up next to a BR blue engine of mine, it won't look exactly the same, but I don't mind it. Anyway, simple paint scheme with the blue on the bottom, fronts, and all that. She does have a white window area, as you can see. Really simple. She is supposed to have 4 doors like Annie Clarabelle, but I decided not to add them because of space and because I thought the 3 doors looked a lot better for Victoria. Anyway, so that's just on the sides, both of them. Honestly, I really kind of hate doing coaches and carriages just because of the windows, but if you take the time, it looks better. I also painted the doors with a Sharpie, so it's not really painted, but anyway. Did that with Sharpie, so looks really nice. I think this side is pretty neat. Anyway, painted the roof black. Debated painting over these, but I kind of liked the look of it, and it gave it that wooden railway feel, so that's nice. Anyway, the back piece here, she just has a support painted white, so pretty simple. Now the face. Honestly, I think this one, excuse me, I think Victoria's face is the best 2D face that I've done. It just looks very neat, very tidy, and it looks like something that could be official. as a as a replica of it, I mean. Anyway, really simple. Gave her a simple smile. I tried to kind of make her look a little old by putting bags underneath her eyes, as like she's been tired and whatnot. But that kind of failed, so I just painted over it. But you can still kind of see it, especially underneath her eyes, with like the splotches of paint to fix that. So, yeah. Anyway, I do have to paint the name on the bottom. I forgot about that. Anyway, it was made out of a 2003 Annie, so yeah. So that's that. Oh, another quick detail about Truro. I gave him a opening at the bottom, as you can probably see if I stick my finger back there. Yeah, I left a gap for the boiler to recreate the one scene where James is looking through it. So that's fun. Yeah. Anyway, so I think that'll be all for my Truro and Victoria. Now, I don't have much planned for the next few videos. I have one more custom planned, and I was going to show it in this one, but I want that custom to have its own video just because it's a kind of special custom, actually. To me, at least. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.